Hey, welcome. Today we are diving into something really cool. We are going on a journey to see how a tiny spark of curiosity, a simple question, can transform into a massive scientific discovery. How does that actually work? Well, let's get into it. Really think about it for a second. We hear about breakthroughs all the time, right? But have you ever wondered how they get there? How does a person go from thinking, I wonder if, to being able to say, here's the proof? That's exactly the puzzle we are going to solve today. And check this out. This is going to be our guide. These are actual handwritten notes from a research methodology course. This is our treasure map. We are going to take all this amazing raw information and turn it into a super clear journey for you slide by slide. Alright, every great adventure has to start somewhere. And for a researcher, that starting line is all about defining the quest, getting super clear on what you're actually trying to figure out. This definition, straight from our notes, is everything. The key word here is systematic. This isn't just about Googling something, it's a structured process, a specific method designed to be as unbiased as possible. That's what makes it science. Okay, so you've got your big question. What's next? Well, you don't just start experimenting randomly, you need a plan, a blueprint. This next part is all about drawing the map before you even take the first step. And here it is, the whole roadmap in 6 steps. First, you log down your problem. Then, and this is huge, you review the literature. You see what other smart people have already figured out. From there, you form your own educated guess, called a hypothesis. You design your study, you collect the data, and finally, you analyze it and report what you found. Now, let's talk about hypothesis. It's basically a bold prediction. You're saying, I bet that if I do this one thing, then this other thing will happen. So the rest of the process exists to see whether you were right. But here's the thing, not all journeys are the same. A researcher has to choose the right path for the question they are asking. Right at the beginning, you decide. Are you doing applied research, trying to solve a real world problem right now? Or fundamental research, exploring to understand the world better, which could lead to unexpected discoveries down the line? Then you ask, what kind of clues are you looking for? Quantitative research is all about numbers, how many, how much, what can be measured. Qualitative research is all about why. It explores behaviors and motivations using interviews and observations. Now, it's the story behind the numbers. All and the world of research is massive. You might explore a brand new topic or dig through archives during historical research. The point is, the question determines the path. So now the plan is logged in, the path is chosen, and it's time for the exciting part, going out into the world to gather the evidence that will make or break your hypothesis. They use a whole toolkit, surveys, observations, or classic lab experiments where everything is tightly controlled. So you run your experiment and you see a difference between the groups. But here's the $1 million question, is that difference real or just random? So, this is where statistics come in. Meet the p value, one of the most important numbers in all of science. Now, if your p value is 0.05 or less, it means that there is a 5% chance or less that your results happened by luck. That's the gold standard for saying, I think I found something real. On the left, you have the control group, on the right, the treated group. When you see a clear gap like this, the p value is below 0.05, that's a discovery. But a discovery means nothing if you keep it to yourself. The final and maybe most important step is sharing your findings so others can learn and build on them. So, it often starts out messy, handwritten notes, rough ideas, but how? How do I tell this story? This is what a researcher is always asking. Now, that mess becomes a clean, universal structure. What you looked for, how you looked, what you found, what it means, and what comes next. Now, this is the official language of science, and this is why it matters. Science builds on what came before. By sharing every detail, you give others a map to verify, repeat, and extend your work. So, we have followed the full journey from a simple question to a published discovery. Why does all this matter? Because this process is the engine of human progress. It shapes government policies, solves business problems, addresses social challenges, and creates new theories that change how we see the world. And the best part? This knowledge isn't locked away. You can access it yourself through research databases and journals. So, next time you see a headline about a big breakthrough, you'll know the journey behind it.